conversation, baby. Ha, they call it Mr. Conversation, baby. Ha, they call it Mr. Conversation, baby. Come sit in this hot seat, latest information daily. He the bust of the streets, can't come pay so versatile. Trying to keep up, it's gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style. Just tune in, let him run you down. They call him Mr. Conversation, baby. Come sit in this hot seat, latest information daily. He the bust of the streets, can't come.
All right, that's enough of that, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy EJ, aka Mr. Conversation, and y'all are tuned in to an episode of the Hot Seat, man. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and say I appreciate Mr. Zach Lee for coming on here today, man. Let's go ahead and give him some applause, y'all. All right, listen. I told y'all we coming on at 12:15 today for this interview. Y'all can leave comments if I think they're, positive enough and stuff like that. We're only taking positive stuff right now, or neutral kind of stuff. You can put the comments in there, and I'll read a couple of them, a few of them. But I have my own questions. All right, this is an official interview with Zach Lee, and he's running for District 3 City Council here in Columbus, Georgia. What's going on, Mr. Lee?
What's going on, homie? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing very, very well. Again, I appreciate you coming on. So let's go ahead and get to the comments, or get to the questions at hand. First and foremost, you're known primarily as a filmmaker and creative professional. What made you decide that now was the time to run for city council?
I wouldn't necessarily say like a now kind of thing. It was just things that I was already trying to do in the community. And it was just during that time where it was time we could announce or, that kind of thing. And city council was kind of thrown in the air. And I'm like, well, why not? You know what I mean? The things that I wanted to do and the things that I was already trying, what I was doing, it just kind of pushed me into the lane of running for city council.
Okay. So next question. You said you felt that the community was going in a direction that you didn't like. What specifically did you see happening that motivated this run?
Well, let's get to it. Well, first of all, I'm not even gonna say it was, I'm gonna change it. It's not moving into the direction it's already there. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Number one, in our communities, all of our resources, all of our quality of life is what I like to say. Our quality of life is trash in our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? Number one, we don't have anything healthy at all to eat. That's number one. We don't have any restaurants. We can't go sit down with our families and eat anything. That's number one. Number two, our parks and recs are not servicing our community properly. That's unacceptable. They out here, always talking about, our kids or killing each other, violent crimes and things of that nature. But it's like, well, what are they doing? What do they have to do? We don't have any after school programs for them. There's nothing for our kids to do. And the sad part about it is our infrastructure is there for it, but they're not programming our parks and recs properly to service our community like they're supposed to. I don't like that. Our elderly or, people that just want to go walk, we can't just, we have to go elsewhere to do everything we want and need to do in our communities. That is a shame. South of Macon Road houses more residential areas out of anywhere in the city, but we don't have the things in our communities that we're supposed to have to function as a community. So those are the things that I have an issue with. And last but not least, our community is not informed and we're not educated on anything that goes on with local government. There's a huge disconnect between local government and the community. So that's my issue with a lot of different things.
All right. Next question. Many voters may not know you politically, right? How would you describe your leadership style in 3 words? But give me a little bit on each word.
Unity, number one. I love bringing us together. I'm real good with that. I love that. By example, leading by example. I don't do a lot of talking. I do, and I like for people to follow that. And inclusive. You got to be able to incorporate other people's opinions and viewpoints to really move and get things done. That's my leadership style.
Okay. What personal experiences growing up in Columbus shaped the way that you view this city?
Oh man, everything. Columbus. First of all, I view the city as an amazing city. Even though I've been in the entertainment industry and I saw a lot of different talented people. One thing I've always said was Columbus is one of the most talented places talented people that I've ever been around. I've been everywhere, but I'm telling you, Columbus, Georgia is one of those places where there's more talented people here than most places. That's number one. Number two, Columbus, we had everything we need, man. We had our. Oh, and what I do love about Columbus is that our community, it's a gift and a curse, but we don't separate from each other. If you really think about it, we don't really separate from each other. And I actually love that because guess what? We can share some right now, man. You can share. We probably weren't even around each other, but me and you can share the same stories right now. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about the mall. We could talk about the movies. We could talk about just little stuff, going to Google Car Wash, driving down Buena Vista Road,
Diamond Gems, arcade.
I mean, there's so many things we could just have a conversation about. You know what I mean? But yeah, those things help shape how I view Columbus. You know what I'm saying? The family at the parks. I mean, the old Columbus, family at the parks, the baseball games. I mean, just everything, man. I don't want to say too much.
I still remember Family Day at the Park. By the way, is one of the most best memories that I used to ever have.
Mhm.
I remember going and grinding for like a month or two before to get some money for outfit, shoes,
That's right.
the hat.
Right.
Man, it was like first day of school, landing out there, going out there, talking with everybody. You get your numbers, trying to talk to the ladies, man.
That's summertime because you ain't seen people in a minute. It was just it was a dope vibe, man. Like I said, the mall, the movies, and just little things that we created for ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying, that we did together. So sports, Saturday Little League, playing the Eastway stuff, Parks and Recs, basketball, Midnight League, the clubs that we all came up. I mean, just so many different things. Columbus is such a dope place. A lot of people didn't leave because it was so dope.
Mhm.
So those are the things that makes me feel the way I feel about the crib.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're showing that, I'm gonna use this term, that you was outside here in the city. So you actually are around the things to talk about, so you know what needs to be changed and what we can keep. Because there are people who, to me, I need people with experience.
Mhm.
All right. I need people that know how this city works on all aspects. It's good to be there, but you also got to be around.
Mhm.
And I like that about you.
Mhm.
Next question. So give me the top problems that are facing District 3 right now.
Well, go back to what I said earlier. A couple of things. Number one, District 3 has nothing there. You know what I mean? It has no economic nothing. We have no shopping. We have no entertainment. We have no restaurants. We have no food. Right? You have it needs to be cleaned up. Cleaned up. To bring more businesses here. And again, District 3 has 4 parks in it. You know what I mean? Which one do you go to?
Surely.
District 4.
That's 4?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. That
None of them, probably. Right. I'll tell you which ones. You have one in Benny Hills. I forgot. Benny Hills.
I don't go to that one.
In Benny Hills. You got Primacy King, which is a whole park. They have a whole park right there that's been untouched in 25, 30 years, whatever you want to call it. That's ridiculous. You have Frank Cheska, that's a recreation center, but back up the softball, the unused softball fields, lights barely work back there, all that. Then you have Michael Fluellen Center, that outdated playground.
Okay.
Look at that, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. District 3 is a big district, has a lot of residential areas in this community, man. You know what I mean? And that's all it is, just residential.
Wow. That's really important to know. So speaking of that, since we're here, what can we do, right? And what are you going to try to do to bring more stuff for the children, right? Because you just already talked about the parks that are in the area. Yeah. Like what's up?
Well, first of all, understanding, identifying the issues with that. I'm a huge advocate for Parks and Recs. You know what I mean? Parks and Recs is a huge, huge, huge thing because it can do what it needs to do for our kids, man, for our community. Number one, I will challenge certain things to be done about that, to be programmed differently so we can work for our youth, because it's there and we're going to make sure that it works like it's supposed to do in our community. That's number one. We're not going to sit up there and allow it to just sit there and not service the community. I do have a plan for that.
Okay. Now, do you want to go into any specifics?
No. Not
Okay.
because I don't know. It's too, that's a part of my thing. I'm not gonna really
understood.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, residents often complain in District 3 in particular about infrastructure, roads, drainage, neighborhood keep up. Any improvements? How would we prioritize that, with District 3?
Well, number one, I think it's really just having a plan with the city manager and the deputies and the public works, and just having those relationships, being able to go really address those needs. Also, to knowing what the community needs, hearing from the community, so you can be the one to represent those needs to the powers that be in those positions.
You just hit on my next question. My next question was, how will you make sure District 3 residents actually have a voice in City Hall decisions?
Well, that goes into my platform. I educate and inform anyway. You know what I mean? Make sure they even understand what's going on in the community. That's another thing with, not only just District 3, man. You know what I'm saying? Our communities, period. We're not educated and informed on anything, which is so jacked up, because if the community was more educated on just what's going on or how to understand what's going on, they will make better decisions in how to fortify their communities anyway. You know what I mean? They would know, hey, I don't want this built over here. Hey, y'all, no, we don't want this. Let's go down there and make sure that this does get done. Things like that. But if we don't even know what's going on, we're going to look at them signs and just keep walking. And that's what happens. A lot of people don't know. I'm just using an example, those zoning signs. A lot of people don't even know what that is. They just see it and keep it moving. But if they knew what it was, and they'd be able to, just they'd be able to make better decisions, you know what I'm saying? Or, great decisions based on their community.
Okay. Columbus has a long time leadership
Mhm.
in some districts. Do you believe this city needs a generational shift in leadership?
Let me see how I say this the right way. So, mm, a generational shift.
Is it time for some new blood?
I mean, yes, I think so. But I really think so. But even if say if we don't get new blood, right? It just needs to be really people who are there really just simply for the community, man, and know how to engage with the community properly, man. That's it. I mean, I definitely think that I think it's time for it,
Okay.
and I say this, even with new blood though, if you can have somebody new blood who gets in there, it's only for themselves.
There you go.
I mean, you get all that, so really it's just a matter of somebody really being for the community, man, and want to do what's best for our community in a way. That's just how I look at it.
Okay. In city resources, right? Because sometimes I will say this myself, I feel that we struggle with balancing economic development and neighborhood investment. Where should our city resources go to first, or is there like the balance? How do we find that balance?
That's a tough one, because I think it's the priorities, man, of the city. What is their priority? Are we their priority? You know what I'm saying? Are they even talking about us? And let me answer that. No, nobody's even talking about our needs in our community. I go to these forums and meetings. I'm not hearing nothing that has anything to do with our needs in our community. You know what I mean? So we just have to have voices down there who understand that, and just make sure that they align themselves, or properly put things in position for us to either benefit, or things that go my way. Those little tangible things. If that does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
I got you. It's not just about that particular person. It's about the neighborhood in general.
Yeah.
What's the best for the most amount of people?
Yeah, and we don't have anybody speaking up for none of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? City council too. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. It's not you just jump in and make things happen, because number one, you have 9 other people that you have to
Work
have
with.
to be on the same sheet of music, man, to get things done. You got to play politics, man, and
I'm glad you are honest with that, because I know we like to say things like, politics as usual and stuff like that, but there is a formality that you have to go through, and there's a chain of command, and there's a way that things have to be done.
Absolutely.
So it's good to be a maverick, but it has to be a controlled maverick.
Yeah, control maverick, and then you just really have that again. Just you gotta have that love for the community, man. That I can't preach that enough. What are you really doing this for? What are you doing city council for? You don't, me, I can tell you, I'm doing it for, like, the love of the community, man. I just don't like when the things that we know and love from our community is not here anymore.
Mm.
And then to know there's a reason why. You understand me? That's a problem. I don't like that.
For sure. This question I ask everybody right now, because this is one of the hot button issues. Data centers. Right. Where do you stand so far? Because we do have some already.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. It's just a different type.
My studio, when I had it in Atlanta, Georgia, I was right there, like right near in front of a data center. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I didn't even know it was a data center. You know, but anyway, where I stand on it right now, honestly, I'm not one of these people that's gonna get up here and try to give you a whole bunch of words to make it seem like I'm smart about it. I don't know enough about the data center and what's going on with it. I do know, things that they talk about. You're gonna hear other people talk about is they, $69 million that we can get in property taxes from it. I know that. I know that the water usage that they're going to be talking about using, and I mean, it's just so many things. Is just kind of, it's like a puzzle. They just threw all the pieces out there, and we haven't put it together yet. So I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Next question. One uncomfortable truth in Columbus that you feel people need to hear, in general, especially about just whether it's Columbus in general, District 3, race in general. Like, give me some.
Oh, easy. The uncomfortable truth is that our districts 1, 4, 3, and 7 are being exploited, pimped, and just not respected. It's simple as that. We're not being respected.
And what should we do to change that?
If you're if the community, no, if we're going to get in these seats, if we're ones getting in these seats, man, if your intentions is not really elevating our community, caring about our community, man, then you're a problem. I'm just gonna say that.
All right. So now let's run into the future. In this scenario, you win. I'm coming back. I'm interviewing you 3 years from now. All right. I want you to tell me how you have changed your district, or how we have all changed the district in these next 3 to 4 years after you win.
Okay. Well, number one, my community will be well informed on what's going on in our communities. So you're not gonna be able to just tell us anything. You know, you're not gonna be able to just tell them anything. You ain't been to just come do anything without some kind of questioning, some kind of clarity. You're gonna have to get a community to make sure that they're comfortable with what's going on in the community. That's number one. Number two, we will restore certain aspects of our community. We will restore the fact we will have somewhere to go and sit down, or have some kind of be able to go to some kind of park or something. We will have those kinds of things, and we will have strides to bring some kind of economic development in District 3, some kind of something that's going to benefit the community.
Okay. So a more informed base of constituents and economic development in the city that can be pointed to as a marker. All right. Is there anything that you want to leave them knowing a last, just a little tidbit, who you are, what you want to accomplish? Go.
Well, I want you to remember me as the one who loved and cared about our community. When all said and done, even if I don't win, I'm not even gonna say that. I don't like talking like that, but just win, not win. I want people to understand that I'm somebody who really cares and loves my community more than maybe I should. I don't know. I want them to remember the fact that I'm going to speak up for my community. If I'm not going to speak up, I'm going to do for the community. You know, lead by example. You know, and if you don't believe me, I'll show you better than I can tell you.
All right. Don't believe me? Just watch Trinidad James. Y'all see that?
Absolutely.
All right, man. This was an interview with Zach Lee. who is running for District 3 City Council. All right. Y'all make sure that y'all go back. If you came at the end, watch the beginning, catch everything this man says, because I want you guys to be informed on who these candidates are, because this is a very important time nationally, statewide, locally. Okay. All of these elections matter, y'all. Y'all gotta understand this. All right. But local elections, I would say, is about 70% of what goes on in your everyday household, whether it comes from SPLOS or where your taxes are going, different things like that. These people are helping make decisions that are going to affect your everyday life. So you need to know who they are, what do they stand for. Research them. You know what I'm saying? Do some Google checks. Come to the people who are interviewing. Ask me. I will tell you what I think of the person. I don't have no problem with that. All right, y'all. It's your boy, Mr. Conversation. Listen, we about to get up out of here. We love y'all.